Wednesday is Suzanne Selects.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
There you go.
That's September 1st coming up.
Okay.
And thanks for your comments on gut renew.
Mm-hmm.
So what smoothie do you have in front of you today?
I have a banana and it's pink.
Strawberry banana.
The reason I don't know what it is, because Caroline, before I get here, instructs somebody who's working production here what to make and put in front of you. So I sometimes sit down and go, oh, there's a smoothie, and then I talk to you. So, yeah, well, that looks kind of great. Let me have a taste of that. Mm.
It actually is very nice with your dress.
Oh, is that good?
No.
Oh, is that good?
Well,
Is that your recipe?
Let me have a little taste.
Mm. Wow. Caroline is so creative.
Frozen banana, frozen strawberries, coconut milk, 2 scoops of gut renew. And if you aren't familiar with gut renew is a protein. It's a superfood protein formula with gut health nutrients. So it's 20 grams of organic plant-based protein, plus Suzanne loaded it with gut health nutrients.
Oh, good.
And then just to make it a super food, it also has all sorts of phyto fruits and vegetables, phyto greens, sea minerals, and immune support boosters. So literally, if you can just one time a day do something good for yourself and get one gut renew smoothie in you, we think you'll love the results, like the people you're reading about. And if you want to do the 30-day challenge, you can pick up one of the big kits, which are the best price per bag of gut renew. You get a bigger discount.
You know, I'm standing here drinking this drink through a paper straw. We are now mandated to use paper straws. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay?
Yeah.
But how come when you get food to go from a restaurant, they include the paper straws and then the containers are made out of plastic?
I don't know.
And the bag you put it in is made out of plastic.
This is a cause celeb for you.
Using different recyclable materials for those products now, but I think that the issue with those straws in particular is that they were really getting stuck in the
fish,
the ocean wildlife.
You can get a hernia trying to suck through that paper straw.
And did you get a hernia?
I'll have to check. Excuse me.
I'll go check. I'll check tonight. All right. So did you get the Facebook working?
On Facebook now? Did you?
Well, you should have it there because it says live.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Right, I'm just checking that I wasn't watching.
What was the end of your story?
Okay, so I'm sitting at the switchboard at the Tides Hotel in Jackson's Point, Ontario, Canada. I'm all by myself and everyone's down the hall having a party.
Yeah.
And they keep bringing me drinks and I keep drinking them. And all of a sudden, I threw up on the switchboard. And sparks were flying everywhere, okay? And I remember...
Could you have turned your head?
I was so drunk, I didn't care. I was 15 years old. And I remember grabbing my head and saying, oh, God. God.
Nature is the only face of God you will
That's
ever
right.
see.
Except mine.
Do you know, in all my years with you,
Yeah.
in 54 years, I've seen you a little high.
Yeah.
I have never seen you drunk.
No.
No. He
Well,
doesn't
I
get
learned
drunk.
my lesson.
Yeah.
Why would someone want to get drunk?
I don't know.
It's awful. You feel awful. Okay.
I am lucky. You are lucky. We have a turn-off switch. Like you have your drink and you get a little buzz, and then you don't want any more. You want to eat food.
You know,
but the alcoholics in my family have all said to me that they don't have that turn-off switch. They start and they can't stop, and they can't stop, and they can't stop, and they can't stop. What the only thing you can do, as I've learned through my family, is stop everything. Never have another drink again. And I want to say, my sister Maureen has not had a drink in 30 years, not a drop. My brother Dan Mahoney has not had a drink in 30 years, not a drop. My nephews, all except for one, have never had a drink again. So
I think it's longer than that, Suzanne, because I've been living for 30 years.
And they were sober then?
Yeah.
Maybe 40 years. It's a remarkable thing because there was no, at the time when my father was an alcoholic, there was no consciousness of alcoholism. It was the big secret. That's why I named one of my most incredible books I've ever written, I think, is called Keeping Secrets. And the reason I say that's the most incredible is that
we made it into a movie, and the guy who played me.
he was awful. But let me finish my story.
Okay.
I didn't plan to write the book. I woke up in the middle of the night and started writing. And when that happens, and I went with the flow, and I never stopped writing for, what, a year, 2 years? I don't know. And I was handwriting. I didn't have a computer, and Alan was stuck with carrying. We went to Europe, and I just couldn't be without all my papers. I had thousands of papers, and gosh, that was revelatory to me to realize that there are people who are powerless. My father was powerless. My sister was powerless. My 2 brothers were powerless. My nephews were powerless. The ones that stopped, that heard the voice in their head that said, you can't do this anymore, are alive and thriving. One of them, who had the monkey on his back so terrible, is so successful. If I told you his story, you'd laugh. He's so successful. So you learn from the negatives in life, don't you? All of you? I have. None of us are perfect. That's been the hardest thing for me to connect to, is that to accept the fact that I am flawed. I am not perfect. And I remember saying to my therapist, and I think I said this to you once on camera, I said to her, I try so hard to be perfect, and I always come up short. And there was a pause. She goes, well, welcome to the rest of us. She said, there is no perfect. God is perfect. There's no perfect. That freed me up so much. Okay, I've made mistakes. You have. We've all made mistakes. You got to learn to forgive yourself. That's the most important thing, is forgive yourself. Otherwise, you can spend your life beating yourself up for the things that you've done that you know were wrong or shameful or imperfect.
I've never made a mistake in my life.
Except for Alan Hamill. He's perfect.
Never, ever made a mistake in my life. No, I always considered it just a part of life.
Oh, he really means it.
Part of
he's
life.
not. Oh, I thought he was making a joke. He really means it.
No, I mean it.
Oh, Alan Hamill. Oh, God.
I didn't
no
do any.
No wonder I'm so happy. I'm married. Did you know that, Caroline? I'm married to Mr. Perfect.
You know, it's not about.
He means he's much more expansive than we give him credit for. He's super woke, actually, because we are all perfect in our imperfections.
Nicely put.
Did Caroline say
very nicely
did
put.
Caroline say I was woke?
Yeah, even though
you are actually a very expansive thinker.
I'm not woke.
Not meant to be categorized that way.
Yeah, I'm not woke. I'm an old fart.
You're not an old fart.
He's not.
Well, when it comes,
you're not an. And don't even say that, because you know you're not. You just think you're.
No, I'm not.
He just bought a white. You know the white suit that John Travolta wore in Saturday Night Live? Your father-in-law just bought that suit, Caroline. So the next time you see him, he's going to be doing no
shirt underneath.
Yeah, no shirt. No shirt. He likes to show the hair on his chest. He likes it. One of the joys in my life, Caroline, is I love the relationship you and Alan have. And
we've got a good.
Yeah, you have a good thing, and it was hard won for both of you, because you're both unbelievably strong alpha. And I don't join in on all the phone calls, but I'm always near Alan, so I kind of overhear things so he doesn't have to explain it to me. And I hear how you interact, and what makes me really happy is it's so unbelievably mutually respectful. That makes me.
True. It is, and it wasn't always. I have control issues, and Alan was a great learning tool for me. In that sometimes you're not the person in control.
Yeah.
And we figured it out so that there's a great mutual respect, but you can't always be the person who thinks you know what's the best thing to do. You have to be able to collaborate and know when someone else is better fit to lead and when you're better fit to lead.
I absolutely agree, and that's what I hear between the two of them, and I hear him making the same allowances for and with you, and then I realize, he totally respects her. So
okay, Lisa.
Another thing worked out in life.
Lisa Satawa wants me to wear the white suit in the next live event.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Yeah, Lisa. Yes.
So
and what would you wear? A black shirt underneath that to really go Travolta-ish?
I don't know. I may not wear anything under it.
Or you could wear a white V-neck T-shirt, which would look cool on you.
But also, I have to take the pants in.
You do. So let's do that tomorrow. let's go to the Pants Taker Inner Guide.
Will that
called
be
The
our,
Tailor.
our little event tomorrow?
That'll be our little event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, can you talk through the
I'm
prebiotic
just
and the
gonna
probiotic
go
for people
there.
who might be new and haven't heard about those products?
I'm just going to go there. All right. So the whole thing today is about Gut Renew, and the more I watch on the internet, everyone's talking about the gut. Everyone's talking about discomfort and
Bloating, constipation.
and this acid
Consummation.
reflux. Acid reflux coming up. That we're going to talk about that in a minute. That's because you're not making enough hydrochloric acid, so you have acid backup. But that's like a setup for down the road, not good things in your.
Or maybe they don't have enough
You
acid.
saw, it's because they don't. I'm going to explain that in a minute. But first, I want to go through the Gut Renew. You know, they're all the recipes for Gut Renew in this incredible strawberry, banana, coconut milk. You can make up any recipe you want. That's why we have some on the back. But when you wake up in the morning going, I wonder if chocolate almond milk would be good with a banana and some chocolate and some peanut butter, like Caroline did one morning, make that one. It's great. Or if you're just lazy and you just got to go and you just want to get out, take 2 scoops, that the scoops are in the bag, put it in a little water, okay? Not this much, just a little bit of water, smoosh it around and swallow it and go to work, okay? That'll do it too. You want to get 2 scoops down. We're just trying to make these great smoothies in the morning so that you can add all these wonderful things. We have our smoothies at 9 o'clock. We're very regimented. I have all these supplements to take. They're gaggy with water, but with the smoothie that's good for me, they just kind of go down and make it so easy. And so that's the Gut Renew. It's got everything you haven't had to eat today, and that the gut goes, when it gets it, it goes thanks. Because as all the bad stuff comes into your GI tract, it eats holes through your barrier wall, and then they leak out. That's leaky gut, and then they get into your bloodstream, and now they attack your organs and glands. And what you want to do is like have a strong surface of your GI tract, okay? And make that barrier wall as strong a defense as you possibly can, and that's what Gut Renew does. All right. So
Okay,
then,
can I explain?
You may, because then I want to talk about.
There are 3 versions of Gut Renew 30-Day Challenge. Here is number 1. Gut Renew 30-Day Challenge Basic Kit. You get the 60 servings, the 30-Day Challenge Program Guide, which is beautiful. You'll keep it. Retail value $295, sale $200. It's a great discount at SuzanneSummers.com. Okay, that's the basic kit. Then there is.
You're going to have 2 Gut Renew smoothies a day, and in the 30-Day Challenge Program Guide, Suzanne describes how to eat a healthy meal and all the snacks that you can have between your Gut Renew smoothies. So you're going to get all that good protein, organic protein, and she's going to tell you exactly what you can eat.
Okay, here's the Gut Renew Essentials Kit. The Gut Renew 60 servings, plus the probiotic, prebiotic, etc., and the program guide. And the retail is $385, and sale today is $250 at SuzanneSummers.com. And
Can I just say something about that? It may seem like a lot, but wouldn't you do anything to not feel as awful as you've been feeling? Constipated, bloated, dog-tired, stringy hair, premature aging, all those things. We can help you.
We live in Constipation Nation.
Well, constipation is a huge problem today, more than it's ever been. Old people have always been constipated, but now. By the way, what are you holding up, Al?
This is the final kit, the transformation kit. It includes everything I mentioned, plus the probiotic, the prebiotic, and the gentle colon renew, which we really like a lot.
Can you tell by the way
Okay,
he says
the
it?
retail,
Say it again.
$425, sale $275, great discount. Yeah.
Say it again.
Gentle colon renew.
Does that make you just want to love your colon?
Yeah. I'll tell you, we have that every night. I make a little hot water and
Yeah.
a little coffee bar in
It's
the
like in
bedroom.
the morning, we've got this little coffee bar in our kitchen. In the morning, he brings me my coffee.
No, the coffee bar is not in the kitchen.
I
It's
mean,
in our bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. And he brings me my coffee every morning. It's one of the joys of my life, really is. I lie in bed and I hear the noises in the little kitchenette over there, and then I hear the noises of the coffee maker, and then I smell the coffee, and I know that any moment he's going to walk in with my cup, which, as you know, he doesn't pass across the bed. He walks it all the way around and puts it on my bedside table and gives me a kiss and goes back to his side of the bed. And then when I want a second cup, no, he doesn't pass it across the bed so it can be hot and spill. What does he do, Mr. Perfect? He walks around the bed again. At night, I hear the same noises in the kitchenette, and that is him heating the water. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And he brings me a cup of Gentle Colon Renew, and this Gentle Colon Renew tastes like a warm, fizzy lemon tea.
Yeah.
And it's loaded with vitamin C, which we all need. We can't get enough of it. Vitamin C and magnesium. I interviewed Dr. Russell Blaylock in so many of my books, and one of his mantras that he repeated over and over and over is that we are all magnesium deficient. There are a minimum of 750 little jobs that magnesium does in our body. There's probably a lot more, but things that absolutely depend on being magnesium rich. And if you're not getting enough, that's probably a lot to do with why you're not pooping and why you're, bloated and everything you need. It's minerals. The body runs on hormones, a perfect balance, runs on nutrients, just the right amount for you, which is different from him, from me, from Caroline, and nutrients and minerals. The body can't operate without those three things. It can't. That's the fuel. That's the gas. That's the gas in the gas tank.
Especially magnesium.
If you've ever run out of gas in your gas tank and it goes, we've all been there, I didn't give it what it wanted. Give your body what it wants. Okay, so it's in here. It's in here. Then, here we go. I've had radiation. So radiation knocks out your body's ability to produce hydrochloric acid for life.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Things they don't tell you. Here's hydrochloric acid. So that's my issue. But what about as we age, we stop making sufficient hydrochloric acid? That's why you go to the drugstore to buy antacids, because you've got this burning, right? Got this burning. And then you'll go to the doctor, he says, we got reflux, and then he gives you some, I know what the pill is, I won't say it, but that's not an answer, it's a Band-Aid. It takes the discomfort away shortly, but you'll never get off that pill. You know what pill I'm talking about. What if you put back what your body isn't making anymore? As you age, you stop making sufficient hydrochloric acid. It's not a big deal. I always say, as I've said here, I have to hold up the book. I'm not holding this book at every show to sell it. I want you to have the information. There's profound information in here, a new way to age. And what this is about is aging is about worn out parts. And what you do to age well, a new way to age, is put back in individualized versions just for you exactly what your body's no longer making. If you're aging in late 60s, 70s, 80s, you definitely are not making sufficient hydrochloric acid. That is why. When your food goes down and it goes into your stomach, remember stomach's over here, goes into your stomach, the hydrochloric acid that your body always made naturally, that comes in and goes, thanks, and I'll start, digesting this, and I'll throw this out here and throw this out there. That doesn't happen. So now you get discomfort in your stomach. What's wrong? That's gas, and there's your bloating, and now the food that didn't get digested moves over now here into what everybody thinks is their stomach, which is their small intestines right here, and it can't make the trip because it doesn't have the tools that it needs. Hydrochloric acid, I'm going to tell you a couple of other things it needs. And so what we're going to do as we age, because aging is about worn out parts, is start to put back in natural substances what your body used to make a lot of, not making anymore, or still making a little teeny bit, but not enough to make it worthwhile. Alan and I, because I've had radiation, which eliminates your body's ability to make hydrochloric acid for life, No wonder after I had cancer and I had such terrible stomach issues, terrible. And they put me on all those pills. And I remember thinking, there's got to be a better way. I didn't know all this back then. When I started taking this, because I learned it from Dr. Wright, Dr. Jonathan Wright in Tukwila, Washington. He's in a lot of my books. You can find him. And he's always right. It's W-R-I-G-H-T. He is the one who turned me on to hydrochloric acid with pepsin. Pepsin is the little motor boat in there. And because I have no ability to make this in my body anymore ever again, damn, I would have undone my choice to do the treatment I did, but it's too late to, can't cry over spilt milk, can you?
So
wait, let me just finish this. So
certainly.
then he told me to start taking one with each meal. If that's not enough, and you're still bloating and not getting relief, try 2 with each meal. You know what I need to get relief? Because I don't make it at all. I need 4. You won't need 4, most likely.
No, you won't need 4.
You won't need 4.
If
you
you
probably
take
need
4,
1.
you better be close to a place where you can buy.
No, but if you take too much of this, you'll start feeling that burning. That burning is the body's language saying, I don't need that much.
That's right.
And you'll stop taking antacids. So Alan also needs about 4 of these. He's had gut issues. So I have it next to our kitchen table. We take 4 of these with every meal. You will probably only need 1. Okay? Read Doug.
If you're looking for the product that Suzanne is talking about, it's called Betaine HCl plus Pepsin. It's available at SuzanneSummers.com. This is not included in any of the kits, so this is something that you're going to add. How do you know if you need to add it? When you eat, if you feel like you immediately get bloated and it feels like that food is not even going down, that's when you know that you're having a problem with that initial area of digestion, and you may need help supporting the breakdown of your foods, which is this hydrochloric acid. If you're not making enough hydrochloric acid to break down your food, you can get that bloating, right? It's higher in where Suzanne tells you where your stomach is, right below your breast. The other thing that she's going to talk to you about is digestive enzymes. Again, if you feel like you're not breaking down that food immediately and you're getting that immediate gas and bloating, these are the 2 products that you're going to want to add, the digestive enzymes and the betaine.
So she's absolutely right. Let me tell you, you take the hydrochloric acid with your meal while you're eating it. At the end of your meal, you take digestive enzymes, anywhere from 1 to 3. I, of course, need 3 because I don't make any of this stuff. But you know what? I had cancer. It screwed me up here, and I'm living this beautiful life. I don't have any of those issues anymore because of what's in front of me right here. Now, I always say if you're only going to take 1 supplement, you have to choose from all of them. And I take, I'm kind of crazy. I take many, many, many. I don't know how many. I haven't counted, but many every day because I want to live I have this great life with Alan. I want to live a long, long time. I want to live a long time healthy, and I want to live it with quality of life. That's why I replace my hormones. That's why I replace my nutrients. That's why I replace my minerals, and I beef it all up with the different supplements I take. But if I was only going to have to take 1, just 1, this is what I would take. It's called Ubiquinol Advanced Intestinal Renew. This is a probiotic on steroids. Let me show you why this is so incredible. I want to show you.
It's not ubiquinol, is it?
I don't have my glasses on.
Probiotic, right?
You're right. Advanced, when you don't have eyes, looks like ubiquinol. Okay, it's all right. I'm lucky. I can see out of my other eye, and when I have glasses on, I see. Advanced Probiotic Intestinal Renew. Forgive me. That's why I have Caroline, because she can still see, and she's got all her faculties. All right.
You know, you look great with those glasses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from the Rich Little special.
Yeah, that's...
a professional secretary's not
yeah.
a plaything.
You look like the affable librarian.
Oh. Okay, here is the advanced dual encapsulation. Why am I showing you this? Can you hold this up in front of the camera here? Okay. I want you to see the dual encapsulation, meaning it's 2 in 1. Why? Because when you take your probiotic and it goes down, passes through the gastric sphincter. It takes a left turn, goes into your stomach. If there's no stomach acid, it's not going to, this is going to be null and void. But if there is some stomach acid left, and a lot of you still have some left, but not enough, it'll eat up the probiotic. So what this is, this dual encapsulation, is the clear part dissolves first in the stomach while the dark part, the actual probiotic, makes its way into what everybody thinks is their stomach, which is their small intestines.
And if you want to find out whether you are fine with acid or hydrochloric acid in your stomach or in need of some help, ask your doctor for the Heidelberg test. I'm not kidding.
That's a
while you're still on the probiotic, before
Yeah.
we switch back to the HCl.
No, it's going to go to pre.
It's probiotic. If you guys are having gut issues, she's taught us more about this than anyone. If you have too much bad bacteria in your gut, and most of us do, and you need more good bacteria, that is the main reason that we have gut health issues. So she's not only provided you with the best probiotic that she could find, but this is to help turn around and get you more good bacteria than bad bacteria. So that's why she has this amazing product, but it's dual encapsulated to help it survive that journey through the hydrochloric acid so it gets to where it needs to be. When it gets there, it has like these warriors that fight off the bad bacteria, and then it repopulates with the good bacteria. And that's how you start turning the ship around.
Yeah.
And that's how you help support your healthy gut. It is the most important product in all of these, so if you're ordering the 30-day challenge kit, I hope you'll at least get the essentials kit that has the prebiotic and the probiotic, and she's going to explain why you want the prebiotic to go with it.
The probiotic, which actually, Alan loves it. It tastes great.
Candy.
It's candy. Oh, I
That's
can
my
never get
candy.
these tops off. We've got these airtight tops. You want to take that top off and show them the candy?
Okay.
Probiotic, simply put, is food. A prebiotic, simply put, is food for the probiotic. So when you take your probiotic, that's cute, and then if you take a prebiotic first or right after, it's not going to affect things. This makes your probiotic work better. Okay, how nice is that?
So why did I have to open?
It's
Why
hard
did I
for us
have
to
to open
understand,
it?
but these are live organisms.
Yeah.
Your good flora and your
Yeah.
bad flora, they are live organisms. They're tiny, tiny, tiny little bugs. And
Yep.
you want the good ones, because the good ones eat the bad ones.
But
So-
we also need the bad ones. So we are a system of bugs. She's right. We got bugs in our skin and bugs in our eyes and bugs. It's all. I was watching a whole program on Netflix last night about skin, and it was all about the bugs. We're just a bunch of bugs. That's what we are, and then cells, of course. But the microbiome needs the right ratio. Ratio is the word of good to bad, good to bad, good to bad. You don't want more good than bad. You don't want more bad than good. You want the balance where they're both kind of like prize fighters on either side of the ring, checking one another out. Like, yeah, I can take you. And the other one on the other side is going, you think so? I can take you. There's this little war going on all the time, and it's necessary for balance. I always say the human body is about balance and alignment. You want your body to be in alignment. You know, any of you who have fallen like me, man, if you're out of alignment, nothing's working right. But at the same time, you want the interior of you, which is your microbiome. The microbiome, if that is working right with probiotic, prebiotic, gut renew, all these things, hydrochloric acid, putting back all the things that nature gave us, but now that we've lived longer than humans have ever lived. And have you noticed how many people are living well into their 90s? And rest in peace, Ed Asner today died at 91.
Oh, yeah.
He's a doll. You know, he was very, very special.
Every time I think of him, I think of that scene from the Mary Tyler Moore Show where they were all in a group and they had to shuffle over to the other side of the room.
I'm sure they all have.
That was brilliant direction.
Yeah.
And when he said, do you like, what was the word?
Spunk.
Yeah, do you like spunk?
Yeah, no, he
I
had some,
hate spunk.
he had memorable moments. And,
But those, the writing on
Can you
that.
believe Betty White is the last cast member standing?
I
Who?
can't believe it.
The
'Cause she,
Mary Tyler
yeah.
amazing.
Who's
Betty
it?
White is just, she's got spunk. She's
Yeah.
got spunk. Anyway, Ed Asner was great, and I also want to send my condolences to Dr. Berzinski, who I interviewed in my cancer book, Knockout, who's just an incredible doctor. And he and his wife escaped Poland, communist Poland, and they had been living a wonderful life, and they had to run, and all he had was $42 and his slides, and he started a life here in America, as you can. Anyway, rest in peace. His wife died today of COVID.
Barbara.
Of COVID.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. I know.
Okay, so I just want to recap. If you are new to Suzanne's Gut Renew program, this Gut Renew superfood protein formula has 20 grams of organic plant-based protein. Plus, Suzanne loaded it with these gut health nutrients to help support a healthy gut. A lot of them she's talked about today. The formula itself has prebiotics. It has probiotics. It has marshmallow extract, which helps support a healthy gut lining. It has digestive enzymes.
Jerusalem artichoke.
It's loaded with gut health nutrients, but for most people, it's still not enough. So if you're someone who can have one smoothie a day, that might cover the bases for you. That might really help get your gut, help your digestive system move efficiently. It'll give you good nutrition and the nutrients that you need. But for most people, you're going to want to add the prebiotic and the probiotic to help get that microbiome that Suzanne was talking about in that balance that you need to have a healthy gut. And then if you suffer from occasional constipation, or if you just like your bowel movements to be more efficient and more regular, add the Gentle Colon Renew.
Yeah.
And that's what gives you the transformation kit. It's all available at SuzanneSummers.com/gutrenew. And these explanations are synthesized on the page if you want to read more about anything that Suzanne's talked about today.
You know what they never tell you?
What?
How often you should go to the bathroom.
Every time you eat.
What?
So that's could be 3 times a day?
Like our cat.
If
Our
you
cat
are
eats and then
truly-
poops.
If you are truly healthy, they say you poop every time you eat.
Wow.
Actually, to tell you the truth, the last while I'm pretty healthy. Come to think of it, if you...
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
But even though I don't.
Maybe
eat-
it's because
I
we're
don't
having the
eat
Gut
thr-
Renew smoothie every day.
That's
I mean,
probably
you
it.
are-
I don't eat 3 meals a day.
But you're going a lot,
Yeah.
and so am I.
I mean, for most people, they feel like if they get, one great movie
Yeah.
a day. But also, and again, I don't know how I've become the poop lady discussion.
And more,
If
yeah.
If you have hard pellets,
Oh,
that's not
that's
not
if they come
digestible.
out like little rocks, you're
Yeah, you don't
constipated.
want- it shouldn't be painful to get out, and hard pellets is not where it's at.
No.
You're looking for it to be
No.
smooth like peanut butter and 12 to 16 inches.
Oh, say that again, Caroline.
Is that smooth or
12 to 16
crunchy?
inches a day.
12 to 16 inches and
Yeah.
like peanut butter. Well,
Like peanut butter.
today I succeeded. Ta-da, ta-da.
Huh,
This is
huh.
why in the program guide, Suzanne gives you some dietary outlines just for 30 days. But
Yeah.
we do ask you to give
Get
up
it going.
dairy, sugar, and alcohol and grains.
Give your body a shot.
Yeah, it gives
Yeah.
your body a break, and those
Yeah.
are the most common
Yeah.
inflammatory things for your digestive system. So that's how we're helping to calm and soothe your digestive system. You can have plenty of fruits and vegetables. You get protein. You get some good carbohydrates like sweet potatoes and yams and things like that. And it's just for 30 days, and you won't be hungry because there's always
Right.
something that you can eat. And you have 2 delicious Gut Renew smoothies every day, and then you have a nice clean meal for dinner. And then take those supplements, and people are having dramatically great results. So we hope you'll jump in and try it.
And that's not all. That's not the only microbiome. Do you know the other microbiome is in your whole nasal cavity? That we need to have the right amount of good and bad guys in the whole nasal cavity. If you have any issue with constantly running nose and red eyes and all these things like Alan has, he really can't survive without our supplement called Nasal Renew. And what Nasal Renew is, it restores the proper balance of the good guys to bad guys in the nasal sinus microbiome. So that's another thing to think about. Again, the body is about balance. The body's so fascinating, and I love that you all come 3 times a week, and we just talk about stuff that you're never going to have this conversation at the doctor's, are you? He doesn't have time, and I don't blame him. He doesn't have time.
Well, you could ask for the Heidelberg test.
Yeah, we took that. That was pretty
Yeah.
astounding.
By the way, I have a personal note here from Francine Willingham.
What does Francine want?
Get a room, Alan.
Right, Francine. I love all you girls. I love your comments that you make. It's so funny. They get you, Al.
I know.
They get you.
I get them too.
And hey, you guys, on Wednesday we are back. Suzanne will be revealing the September Suzanne Selects box.
Yes.
It's a very good one. There's a brand new product in there. You guys are gonna freak. Can't wait for you to.
So maybe people are asking for more cooking shows. Maybe we should cook Friday. Does that work?
No, next week we're doing cooking.
Yeah, Suzanne didn't want to cook this week because it was too busy with.
I'm hot and I'm packing.
Oh yeah.
I'm hot and I'm packing. But next week I'm going to cook. Going forward, we try to do 1 cooking show a week because it's authentic for me and authentic for Caroline. And it's a long drive down here for her, but she does it so joyously.
I like it.
I'm glad. I'm really glad. So we've got Gut Renew. We've got Probiotic, Prebiotic, Gentle Colon Renew, hydrochloric acid with betaine and digestive enzymes. Could be life-changing for you. It really could. I want to say something to all of you today, because today is kind of a profound day with what happened in ending the war in Afghanistan. And I pray for all the Americans who are left, who can't get out. And it's very clear to me, it's not who you are, it's not what you do, it's not what you have. It's only about who you love and who loves you. Love is the secret sauce. And I love you. Good night, everybody. I'll see you on Friday. No, Wednesday, yeah. See you.
Sounds like Friday.
Good night.